Okay, what is a clause? This is another one of those that's maybe a little easier to describe than it is to define, but let's give it a shot. A clause is a unit of grammar which combines a participant with an action or state. The participant is called the subject, and the action or state is called the predicate. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a participant, and this participant can be defined very broadly. Okay. And you'll see as we go through here that that term participant is very fuzzy. It's a person, it's a place, it's an idea, a process, like running, you know, the act of running, um, and the the action or state tells what something is either doing or what the participant is doing or what the participant is. Okay, and the name we give to the participant is called the subject, and the action or state that we're combining with that subject is called the predicate. And so you'll often hear the clause defined as, you know, a unit of grammar with a subject and a predicate. And then we have to go define what the subject and the predicate are. So that's why I like this first statement better. Let's give the definition and then let's start naming the terms. Okay, but again, like I said, this is easier to show sometimes than it is to define. Okay, my friend is giving his sister a graduation party. The participant is my friend. And what action in this case are we combining with my friend? Is going to give his sister a graduation party. And this is the predicate. Okay? Now, let's look at the next one. Who is a very good fireman? Who? And this is one of those fuzzier subjects. But who is the participant? And in this case, we're looking for a state. Is a very good fireman. So this is the predicate. Okay. And let's look at the last one. You is the participant or the subject. And we do have action here, and the action is run away. And this is the predicate. Okay. So, now these all, assuming we pick the correct definition for who, among all the different definitions for who. If we pick the interrogative pronoun, then all three of these are in fact main clauses which can be used which can be turned into simple sentences. So we can, this is pretty easy, this is a, and we'll define, we'll do more on these terms later. Okay, put a capital letter and a period, and we now have a statement. Okay, and clauses that make statements are called declarative clauses. Okay, if we take this one, and I didn't really mean to make that a capital, it just turned out that way, but let's go ahead and capitalize it, and let's put a question mark. Who is a very good fireman? Now becomes, this is an interrogative clause, and we turn, and it creates a question. Okay, and then finally we had down here, and I purposely wrote this in white because we're going to give somebody an order. So how we do that is we capitalize run, and then put either a period, or if we're really serious, an exclamation point, and we ignore the U. Okay, so we have the sentence run away. This is called the imperative. This is a command. And you say, well, we don't have a subject anymore. Well, we still do. We still know that you is the subject. Whenever we have an imperative, there's always an implied you that's the subject. Okay, so we still have a subject. We're just kind of not saying it out loud. Okay, and we'll talk more about the imperative later, and the imperative always has the implied subject you, because it's something you're saying to somebody. Okay, so clause combines a participant, my friend, who, which is some kind of undefined person out there, that in this case that we're trying to identify. What would be some unidentified thing or idea, and you is our implied participant. That's who I'm telling to run away. That's who I mean to. That's who I mean when I say run away. Okay, and then we have an action or a state. Is giving his sister a graduation party. An action. Is a very good fireman a state, or run away? Lots of action. Okay, so we're going to talk more about these different types. There's actually one more. Different types of clauses. We're going to talk about clauses that can stand alone and clauses that cannot stand alone. We can talk about clauses that you can use to make sentences, and then other clauses which you can actually embed in the subject or embed in the predicate, embed in phrases to make more complicated, more detailed phrases. So we will do that in later videos. We won't do that right now. So I will talk to you later.